let me know how it sounds. KF4TXQ, WB4GWA.
As Andy would say, it sounds just like you, Dr. Ron. I'll tell you what, sounds really good. And does that have a 4D32 in the output?
Yeah, it does. It weighs a ton, too. I tell you, this thing here weighs a ton. This was the one that they, TVI proof and all that kind of stuff back in the day. And I'm telling you what's the truth, it'll break your back to move it. But it's been messed with a lot. I was just sitting here thinking about putting it on the bench and completely rebuilding it because it's got all kinds of bad solder joints and everything else in it. So I'm surprised it's working at all. It's putting out 100 watts, which is all the thing would do in those days, As heavy as it is, you think it ought to put out 300 or 400 watts, but but it won't.
Roger that. I understand. And, they'll go anywhere, as I recall. Weren't they general coverage in terms of the coverage in terms of where they tune and so forth?
Yeah, this thing will go from 1.7 to 31. So, yeah, it's all over the place.
Well, it sounds good, Dr. Ron, no doubt about it. And, well, I'll tell you what, now, if you end up needing a 4D32 and don't have one, I got 3 of them sitting up here on the shelf. And they're new old stock, and probably 20 years ago, when I got them, I plugged them in and tried them in the rig I had. I was trying to remember if it was a Viking 1 or maybe a 32V that I checked everything to see if they'd worked, and they were new old stock, but you never know. But they were all good, all 3 of these, over.
Yeah, okay. Well, I appreciate that. Well, I think this one here is probably okay. I mean, it's putting out a full 100 watts. I'm looking right at the meter. And it's, let's see, about 350 mils of current, according to this meter here. They did something, they put a screen mesh in front of the meter, and it's hard to see it. I think one of the things I'm going to do is yank it out the plug and take that screen mesh off because it's hard to see the meter. I mean, it's a blank screen mesh, and it's just really, really hard to see the meter on it. So I think that's going to change. But this is the maiden voyage of the thing, and I just today got it put on the table here. As a matter of fact, I had to go and actually buy a floor jack to put up underneath the table to hold this thing up. Because it's sitting on the same table as an SX73 and a bunch of other stuff. And I was afraid when I put this 110 pounds on top of it, it might have collapsed my table. But so I put me a floor jack under it, Sam.
That's a sad story.
Lord have mercy. Hello there, Eddie Brown. You're sounding good this afternoon. And Dr. Ron, you got that thing sounding good. Well, if I'm not mistaken, in one of the issues of the Amateur Radio Handbook, I think Hallicrafters opened up a page on either side. When you opened it up, had an HT20 on one side and the SX73 on the other. Over to you, Eddie Brown. KA4AMI with WB4GWA, KF4TXQ, over.
Well, hello, y'all. just got back in, had a little back pain, and here you guys were when I got downstairs. So this is KA4AMI. I don't think I ever identified myself. I don't want to be arrested tonight. But anyway, Ron, it sounds good. Man, you're much more powerful than you were earlier today. Sam, we were trying to communicate. The band condition, he could hear me real well, but I couldn't hear him, and I don't know if it was antenna, band conditions, whatever. But, Ron, it's just blowing in here now. Plenty of audio. It's very, very strong, stable sound to it. It's like Sam said, it sounds just like you. WB4GWA, this is KA4AMI with KF4TXQ.
W4KR.
And K4HM.
Lord have mercy, we done stirred up a hornet's nest. Stan? Well, I'm glad it sounds good, Eddie. I've got it paired up with my MC300 here, and you're absolutely taking the needle on the MC300. Go ahead, W4 Kerr from WB4GWA, and you can throw it to Lenny.
Okay, next time around, Ron, drop the audio about a notch. Drop the audio down about 1 notch. There's a little bit of background noise in there, and a little bit of hum, but it's not significant. I have a hunch if you drop the audio a little bit, it may go away. Anyway, good evening. Good evening, Sam. I came down to turn things on and warm it up down here. Man, it's cold in here today. And turned the rig on. And lo and behold, there was Sam getting ready. And pretty soon the lights went on and the servo motors started turning and it got onto frequency. So here we are. And the boss lady just called down a minute ago asking me if I was coming back up. I don't know, she must have a TV problem or something. So we'll take care of that in a few minutes. Anyway, Lenny, how you doing tonight? Eddie, you're doing great over here yourself. You're sounding good. In fact, everybody's good and loud this afternoon. K4HUM, W4KR.
Hey, K4HUM. We're babysitting and trying to nurse this radio back there. The receive kind of died on me, and I finally got it to where I can actually hear semi-local folks, and you guys are booming in here. It must be the band conditions. I'll leave it at that. I hope I don't have too much hum on my signal, but like I said, we're trying to figure out what's keeping up the this radio. Anyway, back to you guys staying in the group, and hello everybody. I'll be listening and checking in. Looking forward to the next K4HU.